what every kitchen should look like.
We're here in Huntington getting our hair and makeup done for the Ironman photo shoot, and we are so excited to be here. We can't wait.
Hi guys, I'm Hillary Grant, PMBA Pro Figure Competitor.
And I'm Hannah McCabe, PMBA Bikini Pro.
So, AKA Harley Quinn.
Also known as Poison Ivy.
So those are our alter egos, and the whole point behind our alter egos is to kind of rob back a little piece of ourselves as mothers. You know, I think way too often as mothers you feel guilty for taking a little bit of time for yourself, when in actuality if you give yourself a little bit of time you become this better version of yourself for everyone, for your children, for your husbands, for your co-workers. And that's kind of the purpose behind the alter egos.
It's not easy getting to the gym every day, but I think it's making that commitment that no matter what, you take that hour for yourself, because at the end of the day that you know that you're a better mom if you do take that hour, and you just have to fit it around the edges of life. You know, sometimes I get my workout in at 7 a.m. and sometimes it's not till 9 p.m. We both practice, you know, macro counting, which is if it fits your macros. We had a mentor that taught us about macro counting, Corey Baker. She's amazing. And for us, and I know for Hillary, it just fits in so well because it's a balance of, you know, healthy food, but I can have that cookie if I want it too.
So some simple tips for starting are cut out soda, cut out fried food, and excess sugar. That's super easy for most people to recognize. Okay, I probably shouldn't have French fries, you know, and balance it out. If you're gonna have a hamburger, okay, don't have the French fries. You know, just easy things like that at first, because then you'll be able to get into it a little bit faster.
Absolutely, and also recognizing what's in foods. When I say track, I mean get yourself an app. I mean, technology these days is so accessible to all of us, and it helps so much. I mean, MyFitnessPal, track how much, you know, what's inside of ranch. Do you know? Is it fat? Is it carb? Is it a protein? What's in your fries? What's in your regular chicken? Everyday food. So track what you're eating, because it's gonna allow you to understand what you're consuming every day and see if you're balanced or not.
And I think in exercise, something to do is to commit to like 15-20
minutes a day.
Yeah, 5 days a week at first, because you can maintain that. Do something that you know you can maintain. Committing to, you know, too often we're like, oh, I'm ready for the gym and I'm gonna commit to an hour every day. Well, that's not realistic. So being really realistic with what you know you can start with is super important. We just want to take a second and thank our sponsor, Gains in Bulk. Pretty awesome.
So I got started with Gains in Bulk. It was actually funny because Hillary and Doug were short-staffed for the 2016 Arnold Classic. And as I said, I was just starting my weight loss journey, and I was down about 15 to 20 pounds at the time. And they invited me to come work a booth. And it was the first time that I was kind of around this fitness world and realized that there's a whole wide world out there of fitness competitors, supplementation, and it opened my eyes to how Gains in Bulk is focused on price, potency, and purity, and they have the lowest prices. So just that was my first experience with Gains in Bulk, and it allowed me to dig deeper and become a competitor. And I just realized that there was this whole wide world out there.
I think what's important, like Hannah touched on, price, purity, potency. You know, who has $200-300 to spend on supplements a month? And even if you do have that money, why would you want to spend it if you didn't have to? So I think that's what's cool about Gains in Bulk is the prices are so low, and especially like their athlete box, and you know, 5 different products that you can get shipped to you monthly. My favorite product, Athlete Digestive Formula.
Yep.
I would, any person that's starting on their fitness journey, plant enzyme is super important.
My stack at the moment is taking BCAAs and glutamine right when I wake up in the morning. I also take creonitric before my workout, and I sip on BCAAs and glutamine during my workout.
That's key.
Yeah.
Love that.
I also take ADF with every meal and every time I snack. Helps utilize 300% more of the protein that you're consuming and all of the nutrients inside of your food.
And if you suffer from bloating, it's incredible.
Yep.
Okay, so my favorite product other than the ADF would be creonitric for sure.
Yes.
You will not get a pump better than creonitric. You know, I watch my boys. I've watched my boys for years work out in the weight room, and I always hear, oh, look at my veins, look at my veins. And it's funny that, you know, as a mom listening to that, what are they talking about? But once you get into the weight room and you see that blood flow and you see your veins pumping, it's like,
Best
wow,
feeling
look
ever.
at my veins, look at my veins. And Korean Nitric does that, and it's fabulous.
And I've had women come up to me in the gym and say, hey, you're so tall, how do you build so much muscle? You know, I'm long and lean and it's just hard for me to get muscle. And I always tell them, well, consistency and lifting heavier. So if you're tall like me, I'm 6'1", if you want to build muscle, it's consistency day after day, whether that's 20 minutes at first or an hour later on, and supplementation and lifting heavier. You have to lift if you want to build muscle.
So huge shout out to Ironman magazine.
Oh my gosh.
And
This was the best experience ever. We've been here almost all day. It's, what time is it? 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock? Maybe.
Surreal.
Yeah.
The most phenomenal, one of the most phenomenal experiences ever, especially professionally. Absolutely, this was tops, and professional, and made you feel comfortable, and like I truly was a superhero / villain, but it was awesome.
It was great.